Hello, my name is Steve, and although this channel, Serious Keto, is a keto channel, this is not a keto video. This is a video about my experience in Maui this past week. And I know the moment I said that, there are probably a handful of you getting ready to be all keyboard warrior and typing some shaming comments, but I would ask you to pump the brakes for a moment and listen. I want to start by recognizing the tragedy in Lahaina. Words do not do justice to it. I can't begin to imagine how the people of Lahaina feel right now. The grief, the confusion, the despair, the uncertainty, and the anger. To lose everything that you have, to lose your home, or business, or job, or friend, or loved one, or all of the above. If that just happened to one person or one home, that would be heartbreaking. But the scale that this happened on in Lahaina it's like I said, it's hard to put into words. Not one home, but over 2,000 structures, businesses and homes. Currently, I believe the death count is 115, or at least it was as I recorded this. There's still a number of people missing. I can't, like I said, I can't wrap my head around that pain. And I imagine some of you have seen some videos, TikToks, etc. from residents expressing that pain. And they're heartbreaking to watch. In those videos, people say, don't come to Maui. Don't take your vacation in Maui. Our tragedy is not your vacation. I'm pretty sure I would feel the same way if I lived in Lahaina. We had made the decision to travel to South Maui for my son and daughter-in-law's wedding close to a year ago. And we debated really up to the very final moment whether or not we should continue, whether going is the right thing to help out the economy, or whether we should listen to some of this messaging on the internet saying tourists stay away. We went initially to Oahu and spent a couple days there. We wanted to get more of a feel for what was going on in Hawaii while we were in Hawaii rather than stateside. And we had made the decision then that we would go to Maui, at least for the wedding, that we would take care of the wedding planner and the photographer, videographer, etc. And if we felt that the emotional climate wasn't right, we would then fly back and spend the rest of our vacation in Oahu. What we experienced, though, from the moment we arrived was nothing but appreciation. In fact, wherever we went for the full week that we were there, it seemed like everybody we ran into, the first question was, where are you from? And then it was, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for not canceling. We were also very encouraged by the messaging coming from Governor Josh Green, Maui Mayor Richard Bisson, Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz, and the Hawaii Tourism Authority. And I'm going to include a couple of links from Beat of Hawaii. This is a Hawaiian website. I'll put it down in the description below so you can read some of these articles and see the messaging that is coming from them. But more important than that messaging was what we heard every single day from the bellman to a groundskeeper to the housekeepers to waiters and waitresses to bartenders and even a bar owner to just locals. We were approached by locals that expressed their gratitude. They expressed some anger to the initial messaging that had come from Governor Josh Green saying stay away, and said that really they should have got their emotions in check before making some of this messaging. But it was really unbelievable, the appreciation that we received while we were there. Because for these people, the people outside of West Maui, there are probably 150,000 people on the island of Maui whose income, their ability to pay rent, to buy food, to buy clothes, to take care of their families is tied either directly or indirectly to tourism. By our second day in Maui, our resort was starting to look like a ghost town. The beach was empty. Even early to mid-afternoon, pools empty, restaurants empty. It was a ghost town. On our first day there, my daughter Courtney went to the morning yoga class, and there were 6 people in the class. Normally, the instructor said there is 30 people in that class. By Wednesday of last week, Courtney was the only person in the yoga class. There are so many people who rely upon tourists on this island. A groundskeeper, I mentioned before, approached me, and he talked to me for about 10 minutes, really pouring out his heart to me. And he said, in the end, the relationship between tourists and the people that work or are involved in the tourism industry in Hawaii, specifically Maui, we take care of each other, he said. You take care of us, we take care of you. That is family. Ohana. On Wednesday, the housekeeper, I wound up going back to the room at the same time she was leaving, she talked to me for probably 5 or 10 minutes and expressed her gratitude and then started crying because she said that by Thursday the hotel was going to be down to 20% occupancy and that on Friday all staff was going to be placed into on-call status through December. Basically, stay home, we'll call you in if we need you, through December, because that is the number of cancellations they have gotten. So while it is important that we not undersell the tragedy of Lahaina, I think it is also important that we not layer an additional tragedy upon the rest of the island. West Maui should absolutely be off limits unless you're a resident, a member of the National Guard, a member of FEMA, Red Cross, or one of the volunteer organizations that is helping them out. Absolutely stay away from that area. But if you have a planned trip to Maui, I would encourage you not to cancel. The people there need you. If you are planning or were planning to travel to West Maui, absolutely you should relocate or maybe delay your trip. Probably relocate to a different area of the island. South Maui, wonderful. Whether it's Kihei or Wailea, they're open for business and they want you there. But if you're uncomfortable going, based on the tragedy in Lahaina, you can still donate. I will include a link down below, and you could donate whether you were planning a trip or not. I will include a link down below to Maui Strong. If you do go, I would encourage you to frequent as many local businesses as you can. For every meal, we went to local restaurants. The smaller and more local feeling, the better. We bought food at roadside stands and at farmers markets. Go there. Be a good guest. Be respectful. Be appreciative. Tip generously. And if you are one of the people that believes tourists should stay out of Maui entirely right now, or even stay out of Hawaii right now, and enjoys typing moralistic, self-righteous, shaming comments on the internet, I would say if you do that, you are committing the economic murder of Maui. I think your efforts would be far better spent contacting the offices of the governor of Hawaii, the mayor of Maui, or the Hawaiian Tourism Authority. I also want to acknowledge that wherever you have tourism, you're going to have over-tourism. And when you have over-tourism, you are going to have some people that don't behave well. And that's going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths when you live in a community that is largely based on tourism. There is a certain percentage of people, probably below 10% in Maui, that just don't like tourists. And that's understandable based on the way some tourists can behave. I ran into a person early on in the week and we got talking about the road to Hana. And he asked if I'd ever taken the North Road. I assumed he meant the North Road around the east side of the island, coming back from Hana. Depending on it, I mean, it's coming back if you drive along the south side. But he said, no, the road that goes up to Lahaina. And I said, no. And he said, yeah, we did that yesterday, and they made us turn around at Lahaina. And I just thought, what were you thinking? Why would you do that? Don't be that person. Don't be the disaster tourist. Stay away from West Maui. Enjoy the rest of the island. As I said, be respectful. Eat local, spend local, tip generously, and enjoy your time there. I will also say to the residents of Lahaina, my thoughts, my prayers are with you. I hope that you're able to rebuild and heal as rapidly as possible, but I acknowledge that it's going to take some time. And my heart goes out to you. That's it. I appreciate you taking the time to listen and watch and hear what it's like from someone who's been there.